Hey y'all, welcome to Restless Chipotle Kitchen. I have been sick, so I'm running late this week and I'm sounding kind of hoarse, but today we are making the most incredible dip. Y'all are gonna love it. This is a gooey, creamy, hot baked dip that is so unusual and so delicious. It's unbelievable. What you're gonna need is a pound of lean ground beef, 4 ounces of chilies, canned chilies. I always get them diced. You can get them bigger, but then you're going to have to dice them. And y'all, I'm running late this week because I am just getting over a cold, so my voice is even worse than usual. I am so sorry. But we do what we have to do, right? So you're going to need cream cheese and sour cream, chopped green onions, Rotel, we said the lean ground beef, frozen corn. I like to use fire roasted corn if you can find it. If you can't, it's fine. Just use whatever kind of frozen corn you get. Monterey Jack cheese, or if you like it extra spicy, get the pepper jack cheese, okay? And then this is also Monterey Jack cheese. I just have them separated out because I use them 2 different ways and it's just easier that way. And then a packet of taco seasoning. Don't forget that all of the instructions are below the video. If you'll just scroll down, you'll find the complete instructions and ingredient list with all of the measurements. First thing we need to do is cook the ground beef and the taco seasoning. So I'm going to put the ground beef in here and cover it with the taco seasoning. And then I'm just going to break that up and because we want it in small pieces. I don't put salt and pepper in this because it's got the taco seasoning, which has a lot of salt in it. It's got cheese, which is kind of salty. And it's got the Rotel tomatoes, which are also kind of salty. But if you feel like it needs more salt, go ahead and add it. I wouldn't add it till the very end, though, or you might find that it's just way too salty. I'm not a salt girl. My mom didn't use salt very much. She was kind of a boring cook, and I don't think I'm a boring cook, but I still go easy on the salt. So you're just going to brown this and stir it around just like you brown anything, making sure that it doesn't stick to the bottom and making sure that it doesn't burn. And you want it all to be broken up. So every time you come by it, to give it a good stir, kind of break it up as it cooks. This is going to take about 10 minutes. So I'm sure you don't want to hang around for that. So I will be back here in about 10 minutes. So the meat is all browned, and look, if you use 90-10 ground beef, which is very lean, there's not even any grease or anything in the bottom of the pan, so you don't even need to drain it. If you use an 85-15 or an 80-20, you're probably going to need to drain the grease off at this point. Some people remove this from the heat and mix it up separately and put it in a casserole dish. But I like to use my iron skillet because I can just do it all in one pan. Okay, so we're going to put in the corn, which is still frozen, and don't worry about that. You don't need to thaw it. And just stir that around a little bit and let it thaw out a little bit. This makes a good lot of dip. It's so good. I just can't explain it. It's like nachos almost, but better. How about that? Is there anything better than nachos? This dip is. And then I'm going to put the Rotel in there. And if you want it extra spicy, you can also use the hot Rotel tomatoes and green chilies. If you don't have Rotel, you can use diced tomatoes and an extra can of green chilies. Stir that around real good. And then I'm going to put my green chilies in there. And you guessed it, stir that around real good. Once that's had a chance to heat up and the corn has had a chance to defrost, then I'm going to go ahead and add the cream cheese, which is, yes, a full pound, 16 ounces. And we're going to break that up and melt that right into the rest of the ground beef mixture. You can make this go quicker if you cut the cream cheese up in little blocks. I should have done that and I didn't think about it. All in all, putting this together takes about 15 minutes, and then I like to bake it. It's already hot, so it doesn't take very long to bake. So maybe another 15 minutes, so maybe 30 minutes total for this dip. So good. And it stays, because you do it in the iron skillet, or because I do it in the iron skillet, it stays hot for a really long time. The iron skillet keeps it really hot and gooey. You don't have to. You can transfer it out and cook it in a casserole dish if you prefer. The main thing is make sure that you don't have any lumps of cream cheese left. Make sure that it's all melted into the ground beef mixture. This is a smooth, creamy dip. Looks like it's just about all melted in. We're going to add our green onions. I've saved out some to garnish the top with, but I'm putting the rest in now. And I'm going to put in the sour cream and the grated Monterey Jack cheese, or cheddar. Cheddar is fine too. And we're going to mix that all in. If you have this left over, one of the things that I like to do is to put a couple of cups of evaporated milk in it and turn it into soup. Oh my gosh, it's so good. So keep that in mind too. This makes a great soup. Just have to add some milk to make it a little bit more liquid. We're going to smooth out the top. I'm going to add a little bit of pepper. And then I'm going to add the cheese to the top. The remaining cheese. Turn the heat off. I don't need it to heat anymore. So I'm going to add the remaining cheese to the top. And then this is going to go in a 425-degree oven for about 15 minutes. We're going to bake it till it's heated through and bubbling around the outside, and the top is good and gooey. And I will see you back here in about 15 minutes. Okay, y'all, this is heated all the way through. Look at how good that looks. It's just topped with gooey, melty cheese and bubbling around the sides. So good. We're just gonna garnish the top with a few green onions, just to give it some color and a little pop. And that seriously is it. That is so quick and so easy, and it's just delicious. Who's not gonna like this? Well, I can't wait to dig into it. Look how melty that cheese is. Oh, y'all, this is so good. It's so good for parties and casual dinners, even with a salad. There's a lot of protein and goodness in this, and you just can't stop eating it after one bite. Y'all, this dip is so good, and it makes so much of it, which is good because I like to have leftovers, because I like to add a little milk and turn them into soup. It's creamy, it's cheesy, it's full of ground beef and Tex-Mex flavor. You just can't beat it. So good. I hope you'll try it. I hope you're gonna love it. Don't forget that the full recipe is down below the video. You just need to scroll and you'll find all of the measurements and all of the instructions, plus a link back to the blog with the nutrition information and tips and stuff. And yeah, I guess that's about it. If you need a great dip for Super Bowl or for any other kind of party, you cannot go wrong with this cowboy dip, okay? All right, I love y'all. I will see you next week, and don't forget to leave a thumbs up and a nice comment, and I'll talk to y'all later. Love y'all. Bye-bye.